Friends, welcome to another vlog and welcome to all my new friends. A lot of you have been subscribing in the past month or so, so hi. If I haven't met you, go down to the comments below and introduce yourself because I would love to know more about you. You know when you're trying to do something and there's like a roadblock and then you go to fix the roadblock and there's a roadblock to that? I'm in that place. So I got the linen for me to make my Regency tank top, which means a corset cover, a sleeveless corset cover. You should have seen the look Zach gave me when I was like, I'm making a Regency tank top. He was like, what? Anyway, I got this out and I wanted to fold this fabric, and it ended up I had to go stand on the guest bed to fold it because I couldn't find a floor that was clean enough to let me fold this fabric and like have it be on the floor because I am so absolutely disgusted with the state of my floor. It's like, you're not gonna see it on camera, but there is schmutz everywhere and cat hair and blah 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 everywhere, so I am just annoyed. I also wanted to take care of all this stuff in the meantime because it was all annoying me because it was sitting over there and whatever. And I was like, oh, I can put it in a bin. And then I found a little bit of space. I can put some of it in here. So I was like, well, I can't really put it away until I measure it and put it in my book and take a scrap of it. And that means I need the floor cleaned. So, cool. What I've come up with is I need to clean my craft room. So I'm going to do that first before I do anything else. Which is kind of a pain, but it needs it really bad, and so I'm gonna at least clean up all the floors and like get all the stuff I can off of the surfaces and make sure they're clean, and then start cataloging and putting away fabric so that it can be away so my brain can be clean, because that is necessary for productivity for me because I have a freak show. Update on this UFO here. For those of you who are new, this is my board. This is old business, which means UFOs, and these are all the things I'm currently trying to fix. There's a whole video about that, and I've been working on these for a few weeks. So this list is actually a lot shorter. Anyway, the guy from Amazon finally contacted me back and said he sent me swatches. So as soon as I know if one of these two fabrics works, I will be able to order that fabric, so that's good. This is the corset cover that I'm working on today. And I'm waiting in the mail for lots and lots of other things, so we'll see what happens over the next few days. But at least I can be working on that and getting this place tidy. So, didn't think you came here for a tidy vlog, did ya? That's what you're getting. Guys, it's like days later. It's Friday now. Yeah, so I cleaned my craft room, like I cleaned the whole thing, and then I got like obsessed with like all the like baseboards and stuff, like cleaning everything. So I was doing that for a while, and then my friend came over to cut my hair, and then I was really tired, so I edited my parasol video. And then I kept there editing my parasol video for days. So that's up now. If you guys want to see my antique parasol collection video, I'll leave a link to that down below for you so that you can watch it. But anyway, I've had very good mail days between then and now, and I still have to fold all this fabric. So I'm gonna go for mail and then I'm gonna fold fabric. All right, guys, we have success. Who's so happy? This ribbon is like perfecto color-wise. Yes, so excited. So this is 4 yards, which will go around this, so that's perfect. I am so pumped, like so pumped. I don't know why getting a trim match makes me this excited, but it really does. Like, I'm really actually this excited about it. And I think it's because I did it over the internet and I can't believe I found something, so I'm really excited. Anyway, I'm gonna lay this guy in definitely this week sometime during this vlog so that this will be done. And then I ordered, this is 4 yards, so I ordered 6 more yards, even though I will absolutely not need 6 more yards. I don't even know, am I getting tilty here? I will absolutely not need 6 more yards. But just in case for the jacket or whatever, I decided to do something clever or whatever. I don't want to do this again. So I ordered it. And that way I can get both of these things knocked out and off my list, which would be really exciting for me. All right, a couple other things have shown up, and by a couple, I mean a lot. So this is the vintage nightgown pattern that I've decided to use. This is a Simplicity. It's 5188. I know that looks like a 6 or a 3 or whatever. Anyway, this is 5188. So this is perfect. This is exactly what I wanted. Now I just have to figure out what material I want to make it out of. I have a cotton lawn, but I was going to use that to make my chemise à la reine. So maybe I'm not going to use that. I'm like, do I use linen or muslin? Should I go find some more cotton lawn? I don't know. I'm going to look at this and figure it out. I also got 2 wool mitt kits from Penny River Costumes. I will link her down below. She's amazing. Jess is awesome. I think I've spoken about her a few times here. She had these new colors of this pink, which I got a gray interior silk fabric for. I'm the worst vlogger. I'll be right back. Okay, so she had a bunch of new colors, and so I got 2 of them because I've always wanted mitts and they look fun. So I got this like pink strawberry raspberry wool with gray for the mitt tips, and then this burgundy, which is like, this right here is my actual favorite color, like this color red with this pink silk lining fabric. And as you can see, these kits actually come with pretty much everything you need, like needles and everything. So she's pretty thorough about these kits. I highly recommend any of her kits. I have a bunch of them. I've made up a couple of them. They were super easy to work with. Her instructions are great. I have a whole bunch more that I need to do. That should really be on my new business list, so maybe they will be at some point soon. Okay, so then the fabric samples also showed up, and I don't really love any of them. Like, this one looks better on camera than it does in person, but it's obviously not right. Like, it's too pink. I mean, for pink on pink, it's too pink. It's too like baby pink. Yeah, they put in some extras just in case that they thought maybe, and I was like, nope. And then I thought maybe this Stupioni, which is arguably the closest match, but it's still not right, so. The Cheshire Cat's dress may be something that just never fruits. And I kind of feel like not tragic about that. Like, if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen, and it'll eventually move itself off my list, and I will just not wear this costume. There's also issues with like the buttons, like, and I don't have more of this fabric to recover these buttons and stuff like that, so I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna do my best to try to find something that goes with this over time, but I am definitely not gonna let this be on the like list of things that makes me crazy for the rest of my life, like some of this stuff was. It's going to eventually get itself worked off this list if, and by this list, I mean this list, for anyone who's new. This is my whiteboard of doom. These are the things I'm working on now, because they are my UFOs. So this entire section will get wiped out. If at some point soon I don't decide that I found something I want, I'll just move this to like some auxiliary list of UFOs that is like back burner, don't care if they ever get done kind of list. So that'll just go away. Yeah. I'm hoping to get these done ASAP. This one for sure will get done. This one I have to wait for another package to arrive, which I have ordered today. This one should get done this weekend too. I'm super excited because we have Monday off because it is Veterans Day. Thank you to all those vets for all of your service. And also, Somehow your service gets us a day off, and I'm excited about that. Okay, 2 more things arrived. This one is porn. I'm so excited. All right, guys. This is so big. It is so heavy. Like, it's thick. Hi, Keanu. Keanu, do you want to say hi? I'm in the middle of talking about Game of Thrones book. What do you want? Keanu, do you come inside? Do you want to come in? Okay. Always on the wrong side of a door. All right, so here we are. For those of you who have those Taichen books that are those fashion books right there that are made by Taichen, that's 18th and 19th century fashion books. Those are like also porn, and this is like bigger than those are, which I'm just like, wow. Anyway, I'll do a quick flip through so as to not infringe on copyright, but definitely give you a preview of what's in here. Like, hot damn, these are all our White Walkers. There is, I am like in love with this page right here. Just this whole situation is making me like hot and heavy. This is like page 350. So this book's at least 400 pages long. It does have Daenerys' crazy coat in it. Just insanity. And I'm skipping so much stuff. I am like, go buy this book. In fact, I bought it for like $75 when I ordered it in like May or March or whenever I ordered it. But God, he really wants to come in here. Hi. Oh, that coat. Yeah. Anyway, I bought it for $75, but when they shipped it, it was only $46. So they're like, we saved you like this much money. And I was like, hey, thanks for that. That sounds awesome. I'm telling you, this book is cray. Like, absolutely cray. I wish all TV shows that had great costuming, like What Up, Poldark, and, you know, everyone's like horny for the Outlander costumes, and I don't actually think they're that great. I think there's 1 or 2 that are spectacular, and the rest of them are like, whatever. Oh, here's all Sansa's stuff. And they have really good detailed shots, like, you get some good stuff in here. Like, you can see how this was really made. I mean, obviously not the insides, but, and if the gown is really good, they like go into very deep detail on it and show you like a lot. It's broken up by family, I think. Yeah, House Stark, Greyjoy, Arryn and Bolton, Lannisters and their related houses, and then Targaryens and their houses, and then people beyond the wall. So, oh, so good. So good! I probably just like infringed on massive copyright, but I feel like if you came over to my house and asked me to look through this book, I would let you. So I just let you look through this book. Okay, go buy that book. Amazon affiliate link down below. Actually, I will put one down below for you in case you want that book. All the links down to Amazon, by the way, are affiliate links, just so you guys know, so I make a tiny bit of profit off of it. But if you don't want to do that, I'm like, I will not take offense. Like, just go look the stuff up on Amazon separately from, you know, I do have a storefront also. Anyway, Lynn McMaster sent me this. Remember those curls I was trying to recreate? I'll put a picture here. So this is actually the hair that got used to make them, and it's like kinky hair, and it's weirdly exactly the same color as my hair is when it's not dyed. So it works right in the front of my head, which is fantastic. So she sent me this and a tiny hook. I've never made like a wig before, but I guess I'm gonna try to learn to make a wig. And if I fail, that's okay, because it's not a big crisis. And if I have to, I can just borrow Lynn's again. I also have other curls for the front that I got from Jenny LaFleur, and they are beautiful also. They're just very, like, precise, which I love, but there's like one layer of them and not just like a big fluffy mass, which I did like the fluffy mass look, and Jenny doesn't seem to have that also. So then I also bought these patterns from Lynn, and she just put them in the package with them. So the Napoleonic era hair hat pattern. Hi, I can use words. I'm looking at hair and trying to say hat. So it's basically this hat right here. This soft crown bonnet pattern, this hat right here. This is actually funny. This is Lori. This is the hat I was wearing. And so this is Lori modeling it. So this is the pattern for that hat. A Regency bonnet pattern, which a few of my friends at the Bath Festival were wearing hats made out of this pattern, and those were really awesome. And then a natural form Bustle era bonnet, which I was just like, well, there's a bonnet that I don't have a pattern of from you. So basically I bought all the patterns I don't have from her. Her patterns are super cheap too. I think they're like, if you order 3 or more, they're $10. If you only order 1, they're $12, but that includes shipping. So, and also like if you're confused or stuck or whatever, you can always like send her pictures and she'll walk you through how to fix whatever. So her resource, like having her as a resource is amazing. Like it's not just for me. She is my fairy godmother. But if you have a problem with her patterns or whatever, like I know people have just been like, hey Lynn, what's up with this? And she's helped them out, which is really nice. She's a wonderful, wonderful woman. Okay, so I'm gonna put all this stuff away because I just cleaned my room and then I trashed it with all this stuff. And then I'm gonna start looking at all this fabric and folding it and measuring it and where it goes and all that stuff. Fun times. Okay guys, I have too much crap because I've been looking at pinking machines on eBay for like the last month trying to see if I want one or whatever, and I just opened my drawer of Penny River costumes kit things, and because I entirely have an entire drawer for her, I'm not even kidding. And this was in there, which is a pinking machine. So this bolts to your table and then you crank this handle here and this little sharp thing right in there. You run your fabric along it and it will pink it for you in there. So I got all of the fabric folded and measured and put in the book. So as you can see here, we only have the fabric we're about to use, and by about to, I'm gonna think about that. I do have 2 bins down here now, but that's okay. And I got all of my trims put away, and they're in bins that are in the garage. So I don't really like having stuff in the garage, but this is where we're at. So this is my mission over the next year, to use up as much of this fabric as possible so I can get everything back in this room, because that is ideal when I don't have to go down to the garage to look for stuff. So I went to see Coco yesterday, and in LA. I flew down yesterday morning and flew back this morning and got home sometime about noon. And it was really weird to be like, I'm going to Coco in LA for the day and it not be Costume College. It was, you know, the Disney movie. I love that movie, it's great. And they had Benjamin Bratt and even Longoria, and like the kid who actually sang on Coco as the little boy came and sang as the little boy. It was awesome. So we had a really good time, but just popped down and popped back up. So I came back today and I was so tired because like we were up early to go. We were running around LA just like looking at stuff. Went to the show, came back, we're up pretty late last night, and then had to get up early again to come back this morning. So I was exhausted, so I came home and just crashed and took a nap, and then I woke up and it was like almost dark. So today's been really weird, but good. I am really thankful I have the day off tomorrow. I'm super grateful for that. Okay, so I have 2 options of things I can work on. I'm looking at my whiteboard. You can look at it with me if you want. So I could be working on trimming this skirt because I have the stuff to do that, or I could be cutting out this shift cover. So I don't want to do this right now, which means I'm gonna do it right now because I'm always like avoiding stuff and I need to just suck it up and do it. I talked to Kate of Willow Bee and Rose, and she gave me some pointers on how to make this thing sleeveless and it not fail. So I'm gonna try that. So I'm basically just gonna cut out the body pieces of this shift and then make the shift just without sleeves or a gusset. Somebody suggested gusseting in their just to give it a little extra, and Kate was like, I've tried it both ways and it doesn't even matter, so if I can avoid a gusset, I'm gonna avoid a gusset, so that's what I'm doing. And if it fails out, I can open the seam up and gusset it, so whatever at this point. It's really just a corset cover, so it's not a big deal. I have some linen that I wanted to use, but it turns out it's like slightly yellow. Like it's natural, but it actually looks yellow when compared to white. And the whole point is that I can see this very natural color of my corset, which is like just barely off white. It's like this color. Like it's not very not white. I mean, it's definitely whiter than I am under there, and you can see it under my dress. So I went with some very white linen, and I did wash it already, so I'm going to at least measure out the amount I need. And iron this fabric, cut off the part I need, and iron the fabric so that it's ready to go, and hopefully cut some out tonight. I am not fully committed to like sewing it together today, but I'm definitely ready to cut it out. I'm like, where is that pattern? I know I brought it up here. Was I like super productive and put it downstairs again? I hate when I clean, like I over clean and then I put away stuff I needed. Please be under here. This is my actual shift. Oh yeah, it's here. All right, we're good. We're good. All right, so I'm gonna take this white linen and cut out the body parts of this shift to make a corset cover. I'm gonna make it shorter too because it's really long. I don't need it to be that long. Yeah, I'm gonna cut at least like 6 to 8 inches on. I should go try that shift back on and see how much I need to make it less. I don't want to use up a bunch of fabric I don't need to, so I think I'm just going to modify it to do that. Anyway, I'm going to do this for a little while and see how I go, and if I get like super burnout and don't want to do it anymore and just like I'm violently opposed to it, I will go ahead and start sewing on the trim of my blue skirt so that can get marked off too. And I am desperate to get that done. So, really I just want to go watch Harry Potter though and sew in my bed, and the trimming of my skirt is conducive to that. But I'm gonna at least get this prepped and ready to go because I really, really want to finish this too. I also wanted to update you guys on the Secret Santa that's going on. So Nikki Leem, who is a friend of mine, who you guys met in my Amsterdam blog, I will link that down below for you, is having a Secret Santa that she's hosting for all the costumers, and there's like 22 or 3 or 4, some amount of 20 somethings of costumers that all over the world that are participating in this. So I am gonna shoot a video over time, which is me telling you who I got, introducing you to them without them knowing that I'm doing that, and then showing you what I got them, and then also waiting and then getting the package that I got from someone else and showing you what I got and telling you who got me. So I'll put that up Christmas time-ish. Like, I don't know when all of this stuff's gonna get done and come in. I know that mine is international, I will say that. So I need to send my package out somewhat soon. So I'm trying to think about things to get that person. So I will list everyone who's involved in this giveaway down below and their channels so that you can link to them and check them out if you'd like to, and it will be one of those people that I got. Yeah, so fun times. Okay, so I have it cut out, and I think it's really just 3 pieces, so can't take that long to whip up. There's gonna be stuff that is more of a pain that I have to do by hand, like binding the collar, and I want to like fellow the seams down by hand. I'm gonna sew the major seams with a sewing machine, and then I'll fellow everything down by hand. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and like start stitching now, because why not? And I'm not hateful, so let's give it a go and see what happens. Okay, I've attached the straps, and then it tells me, and I totally didn't do this last time, to like go to where the straps are and trim down the edge and just fell down with like basically the neckline of the shift. Fell down this little edge here so that it doesn't have any raw edges. That makes me like, oh, about the other one. But I'm gonna use this I'm just sewing with like Gutermann cotton thread for the main stitches, but I'm gonna use this Burnley and Trowbridge 100% linen thread, and I have this wax that I'm gonna try. In the past I've had like kind of a rough time with wax. I find Thread Heaven way better. So is there a new thing that's not Thread Heaven, but it's the same stuff now that Thread Heaven doesn't exist anymore? Is that right? Yeah, there's another one now. Anyway, so I'm gonna try to use this wax and see how it works for me. This is new wax and I haven't tried it yet, but it looks awesome. So I'm gonna just fell down these seams real quick and then get back to stitching. I guess that is stitching. I don't know what I'm talking about. Oy. Okay, so I have all of the shoulder seams on and then hand felled down with teeny tiny stitches so that these are complete. I have found the spot at which I have to stop stitching the side seam, so this becomes the armhole, and I tried it on pinned, and then I did a couple jumping jacks in it just to make sure I could raise my arms all the way over my head and all that jazz everybody's worried about. And it's all fine. So I'm gonna sew from here down on my machine on both sides, and then machining is done, I think. And then all the other things get done by hand. So I will fell this seam down by hand and then roll that into, when it stops being felled, it'll roll into a hem for this, just a teeny tiny little doot hem. And then I have to bind this guy and then hem that, and we're all done with this. So yeah, I think it's gonna be fine and it's gonna work great. So hopefully I'll get that done tomorrow, maybe, we'll see. I'm gonna do these seams now and then prepare them for felling, like trim them down and iron them and do all that stuff and see where we are. It's 11 o'clock, so I have a little bit of time in me. Yeah, I don't usually go to bed till like 2, but that doesn't mean I can like sew until 2, so but I will get these seams done. So that's actually a pretty good amount of progress on this for one day, which wasn't even really a day. Like I didn't even really start until like 6. So yeah, I have tomorrow off. I'm entertaining a friend for lunch because that I haven't seen in quite some time. And then I was gonna get back to this and keep going and try to get a couple more things knocked off the list this week. Okay, sorry about the noise. The heater is on, if you can hear that, and the thing for the heater is right above where I am, unfortunately. It's really great when it's the summertime, and that's where the air conditioning comes out, though. Anyway, I got both side seams actually felled tonight, so I'm super proud of me. This is the inside. So I'm happy with it. They look really good. Like, is there a way you can see this? I guess I could be zooming instead of like just bringing the camera in. Anyway, I'm gonna go to bed because it's like 1:20, and finish up the rest of this tomorrow, maybe? I don't know. There's a lot of hand stitching on this left. I have to do the bottom hem, and then I have to do the armholes, and then I have to do the neck hole, and the neck hole is bound. And I hopefully have enough binding for that. We gotta go look. I'm pretty confident I could do it all in one day, but I don't know how much time I'm gonna make for this tomorrow. Like I said, I have a friend coming over. Anyway, I will see you guys tomorrow for some more fun. Happy Monday, and happy Veterans Day, especially to all you folks who may have served. Thank you very much for your service. I really appreciate it. So I'm going to probably work on my shift by hand today, so I'm gonna be super boring right now and take this away. I'm gonna like iron a tiny hem into it and do a few other little ironing things, and then go in my bedroom and watch movies and sew this because I have a throat tickle. No, it's actually like kind of an okay time to be sick for me because I'm not going anywhere. I don't have any plans that can't be canceled. My trip to England doesn't start for a week and a half, so now's a great time to be sick and not when I'm there, which is normally what happens. Is normally at Thanksgiving. Usually I'm working a lot harder though, so like it's my body's time to go, oh, I'm just gonna take a break and get super sick. Every time I go to England for Thanksgiving I get super sick, so I would actually be kind of pumped to get it out of the way ahead of time, unless I get both, and then that would just really suck. It's not that bad though, like I don't feel super crappy, I feel a little run down, but mostly it's just my throat hurts. So my husband's bringing home soup and I'm gonna go sew on my shift and try to get a bunch of it done, but I will come back and report what I did do for sure. Yeah, yesterday's sewing went really well, like surprisingly well. I think the first long hem took me like an hour and a half and the second one only took 45 minutes. So I got faster, so that's good. Which is why I'm thinking about going and doing the bottom hem now and just like, you know, carrying on that speed situation. If I go to the binding, then I go to a different stitch and I'm gonna be slow again. But I gotta do that too, so I might as well do something. Okay, so we have a hem, obviously. So the things I need to do left are to basically hem these sleeve holes and then bind the collar. I'm showing you this giant pile of whiteness, like you're gonna have any idea. It's like 11, and this hem took me like 2 hours, which I feel is pretty good. Like this means I'm getting faster. Let's put it that way. I don't even think it took 2 hours. Maybe it took like an hour and a half. I don't know. I took a phone call while I was doing it too. So, so I think I'm gonna go just try it on, make sure the armholes are still good while it's all hemmed, and then try and do a hem on the armholes. Not sure how I'm gonna do this, but we're gonna find out. All right, I have the sleeve holes hemmed, so that's great. That took about like 25 minutes each of sewing and a little bit of time for ironing on both ends of that, so it was about an hour and a half total. So, you know, plugging along, still not the fastest, but getting there. All I have to do left is bind this neckline and we are complete, so I will probably try to do that tomorrow night. And then I'm gonna sew that trim onto that polonaise skirt, and that will probably round out my week, but at least I'll have a new garment made and finished that trim on that skirt, so I'm feeling pretty good about all this. Hi, it's Tuesday. There's not much for me to do at my job today, woo-woo. So I am gonna start stitching, not snitching, snitches get stitches. I'm gonna start stitching on the neck binding. I'm gonna use a really small one, which I've never done before. So we'll see how it goes. I'm trying to figure out if I should use linen thread or cotton thread. I might go back to cotton because this is cotton, and it would be easier. I wouldn't have to come in here and iron it in beeswax all the time. So I might go back to cotton thread. But I'm gonna go sit and watch some Disney Plus because now I have Disney Plus because it is the 12th of November. And so I'm gonna go watch some Disney Plus stuff and see how that goes, and do this. Cool. I'll check back in. Tiny pro tip, if you pull this out, hi camera, and it looks like this, it makes your job a lot easier if you just iron this real quick and get all these kinks out. It doesn't seem like it's gonna do that much because they don't seem like that big of a deal, but just trust me, it helps everything go smoother. For those of you keeping track, boop. Super excited about that. Okay, here she is, my Regency tank top / corset cover. I'm feeling pretty good about it. I feel like I did a good job. All the hems are hand done. This is hand bound. The main seam is machine stitched and then hand filled down. here and back here. So I did a lot of handwork on it, and I felt good about that because it meant I got faster at handwork, so that's excellent. Yeah, so I'm just going to take a few pictures of this for Instagram and posterity, and then move on to the skirt situation. I might go have dinner. It's like 5. I worked a little bit in there, but mostly I spent today stitching. So, and then I'm gonna go work on the skirt, so hopefully I can get that crossed off today too. Probably not today, but maybe tomorrow, we'll see. Okay, so I have the bottom edge on here, and the top edge, I have about 50% of it secured down, and it blends perfectly, and it does exactly what I want it to do, which is just to make this seamlessly come out of nowhere. So, all that work for something that is intended to be completely invisible. Anyway, I'm gonna stop though because I've been doing this for like 4 hours, because it's like 100 inches, so I've just sewed down 150 inches after sewing all the shifty stuff today. So I'm feeling kind of burned out on hand stitching. So I'm gonna finish it up tomorrow, and then I'll probably call this vlog at that point, as it's midweek, and that's normally when I call my vlog. It's Wednesday, and this is reasons why you don't work when you're tired, because that ribbon took me forever last night, and I finished like the other, so I did 3/4 of it essentially last night, and I finished the other quarter in like a half an hour today. So tip to the wise, like, don't work when you're tired, just move along with your life. So this guy is done. That edge is now covered with that ribbon, and that's exactly the look I wanted. Like, I actually wanted it to just sort of disappear. So I'm very pleased with what happened. Some of these pleats are starting to kick up, which, you know, I don't totally hate. Anyway, I'm very pleased with it, and I'm gonna go over here to this board, and I'm gonna do some magic here. So I'm gonna mark this off, and then I'm gonna freshen this board. So this is a thing I'm marking off. I'm like not even putting this in UFOs. This is in long-term storage in my brain because I don't even know what to do. This guy is done. Why do you not work on this? Cool. I'm gonna die if that's Sharpie. This guy is done here, and this guy is done. So we don't have a ton left, which is fantastic. I'll probably make this all scoot up closer to each other so that this becomes smaller for next time. Okay, and here is the new board completely redone. So old business is now 1870s polonaise. I need to trim that jacket. The trim is coming. I do have some of the blue left. I could start trimming it, which I might in the next vlog. My Regency day dress, I want to make bangs, maybe. I'm gonna try it. This might be a failure. I need to make a hat. I do have the pattern for that. And I was thinking about making an overdress so that I could wear it as an evening gown. And I have a couple of patterns I want to try, including one that someone who's a viewer here made for me. And then my Francaise, I really should trim the robe, and I should dye the shoes. This just requires me taking them in to get dyed. So you'll note I took the Ravenclaw small hat off this list and put it over here. And that's because this outfit is actually completely complete. Completely complete. With the hat I have. And this is just really kind of a new request, so I'm putting it into new business. It could be argued either way, but I don't really feel like I have to do it like ASAP. So, I mean, I don't really have to do any of these ASAP. I would like to get this guy sorted. I have bangs I could use. I do not have a hat. That's a lie. I have hats I could use. I do have some Regency bonnets I could use. I'd prefer not to though. And then the overdress is, I mean, that's also kind of a new business situation. Maybe I should put that on the other side. Yeah, I guess I probably will. I'll move it over. Because it's not really something that makes that outfit not complete, which is what I consider a UFO, is like that outfit is unfinished. So I guess I'll move this overdress over also to new business, but my new business pile is getting huge. I mean, it already is huge because there is something like 400 bustle dresses on here. I do want to move myself closer to getting this gone so that I can start working on medium business. So yeah. And I would like this area of the board free so that I could start breaking these tasks out, because that's going to get all broken down once that happens. Anyway, I think I'm going to leave this vlog here. We got a bunch of stuff done this week, which is fantastic, and I'm pretty happy with my progress. And I will keep chugging. So next week should be fine. But Thursday, I leave for England, so it probably will be an abbreviated vlog, probably will be shorter, and not as much stuff will get done, because I'm leaving for London on Thursday. So I will definitely make a vlog while I'm in London. I may make more than one, depending on how much footage I get and where I go. I don't know how much of my general trip you guys want info on, but that's gonna happen. I should really email people and let them know when I'm in town. Okay, cool. Anyway, I will be making a vlog from there, at least one, if not more than one, and take you on that journey with me. But there'll be no sewing, obviously, for at least 2 weekends, so that's probably 2 vlogs worth. I hope you guys are having a great week. Let me know what you guys are working on. You obviously can see what I'm working on. I am most of the way through book 5 of Harry Potter. What did I watch yesterday? I watched a bunch of Disney Plus yesterday, so I watched, what is that? Making the Avengers. I also watched the first episode of Imagineering, and I watched the first episode of The Mandalorian. So I did, like, I think I figured out yesterday I did like 12 hours of hand sewing, which was absolutely crazy, and surprisingly my hands don't hurt that bad. I mean, they don't hurt any worse than they normally do. So anyway, content's gonna get weird for a little bit, and then when I get home from England, it's December, and December is going to be a weird month, especially for the beginning of the month, because the beginning of the month, I'll probably take you guys to Dickens Fair with me, because I'm going to go to that. I don't know if I'm going to go in costume. Now that I think about it, I might wear this polonaise. We'll see how that goes. Or I might wear Watson, or I might go in street clothes and just show you the Dickens Fair. So there'll be content on that, but then I have my holiday party the second week of December. That is for my friends who are basically my family, and so we exchange our gifts on that day. So the week run up to that is pretty much like gonna be no sew. So we'll see what I come up with for that week. And then holiday times will start, and actually I'll probably get more mellow about, I mean, I'll have more time to sew and do stuff, so I might go into more high gear on medium business at that point. We're not sure. Anyway, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do that. There's lots of new subscribers, so like I said, if I haven't met you yet, please go down to the comments and let me know who you are and what you do and what you're working on and like all that jazz. And if I've met you before, like at costume college or something, let me know. And I will see you guys next week with another vlog. Bye guys.